I had these landowners that called me back last summer. I knew where the track was, and I had been by, and it was, I think it had been cut a long time ago, and they just left it alone, and it came back up. And fortunately, it came back up into some really nice pine trees. It was a nice pine stand. It's about 15, 16 years old. She asked me if I'd go take a look at it and see what needed to be done. So I go out there, ride around a couple of lease roads, get out and walk around the track. Really nice stand of timber. I called her back. She said, well, what could we do with it? I said, well, it really just needs a thinning. It's a nice tree, good, thick stand. I said, we just do a thinning. She said, well, how much will we get off of a pine stand like that? I said, we normally thin, it's operator select. I said, we normally thin about 35 tons per acre. 32 to 36, kind of depends on the trees and all that. But I said, on the average, about 35. And this was last summer. I said, I would hope that we could get $7 a ton. We could come out somewhere close to $50,000. She called me back, it was a couple months later. And she said, Mr. Holland, she said, we got a letter from a timber buyer, or someone is wanting to buy our timber. I said, how much did you say we could get off that? I said, well, around $50,000. You'd thin it, it'd be a good stand of timber left, and we could do another cut in about 10 years. And she goes, well, they said they would give me $125,000. If they're giving you $125,000, you're not going to have a pine tree left on that tree. Oh, well, we don't want it. They're good. I said, well, I wouldn't sign it. That's just me, but I wouldn't sign it. And she called me back. She said, well, some of the family, they saw 125,000 and they saw 50. And they all wanted to sell. I said, okay. The guy that hunts out there knows me. And he called me up in December. He said, Tim, did you know that they were cutting this track out here? And I said, well, Ron, I said, I knew they were supposed to, but I said, I'm kind of out of it. Are they cutting? He goes, it's as slick as a gym floor, man. My first advice to everybody is to hire a forester. You want to make sure you get a graduate forester that went to some forestry school that is an accredited forestry school. Do some research. Ask your friends, ask some neighbors, ask somebody, who they use, if they like them, if they're happy with them. You can call the Louisiana Forestry Association. They'll give you some references. If you're in Texas, you can call the Texas Forestry Association. You can call the Louisiana Department of Ag and Forestry, LDAF. They can give you references, give you a list. If you're in Texas, you can call the Texas A&M Forest Service. Call somebody, talk to them, do you a little interview with them, ask them where they went to school, And I am a big proponent of the Society of American Foresters. It's the professional society that I think all foresters should graduate or be a member of. If you graduate from an accredited forestry school, Louisiana Tech M1, the forestry school gets its accreditation from Society of American Foresters.